In Romans 8:39, it says, "Nor heights nor depths, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God." God has a special way of speaking to us. He is capable of transforming a sinner's heart into a heart of love. I was blessed to have a private school education all the way from preschool to my senior year of high school. And though this was a huge blessing, it was really easy for me to fit in at school. I thought I was saved during my time at high school because I thought and I believed and I understood that God existed and that He was my Savior. However, it wasn't all an act. I was playing two parts. I was acting like a Christian at school, but the moment I left to hang out with my friends, I was a different person. I thought it was better to fit in with my friends than to live like a godly woman. So with that, I stopped attending youth group because I didn't want my friends knowing that I was going to church on a Wednesday night. I started using foul language, lying to my parents, sneaking out on the weekends, and many other things I still regret to this day. I knew this was not the path God wanted me on, but I didn't want to change because my hardened heart was full of sin. Senior year is where God really spoke to me. It was one of the most challenging times of my life. My two best friends since 7th grade left me because they said when they saw me, they saw a different person, and they didn't see Amanda Palacios. I was left alone, I had no friends, and I had to find new people to surround myself with. Secondly, this was a time where everyone was getting accepted into their colleges. In all the schools I applied to, I was being denied. And when it came to Azusa, I, however, got accepted in the school, but didn't get accepted into her nursing program. And this was really hard for me, because ever since I was 8 years old, I had wanted to be a nurse like my aunt. And so finding out this information was really overwhelming. It wasn't until spring break where I got a call from Azusa saying that I did get accepted into the nursing program, and I knew this wasn't by chance. Senior year was really hard for me. It was one of my lowest points, and even though I had to finish it with a friend I barely knew, she still to this day is now my best friend, and because of her I am a changed woman. She opened my eyes and said that everything happens for a reason, and because of her I started attending college youth group and began to read the Word because I wanted to learn more about God. Even when I was at my lowest, I asked God, why is this happening to me? I knew I was going in the wrong direction. I became very introverted and depressed and started not hanging out with my friends, and I had a lot of free time. I took a chance and decided to go to church for myself, not because I was forced to. I realized that my friends were right, that I was acting like two people, and I knew I needed to make a change. And with that, when I started attending church, my attitude began to change, and my eyes were open, and I was reminded of God's love, and how it's better than anything someone can give me. I no longer felt alone. I felt a sense of worth. I no longer called myself a Christian because that's how I grew up. I called myself a Christian because I had full faith in God, and I believe that He is my Savior to this day. I know that He forgives me, and He doesn't judge me for my wrongs. God is capable of transforming anyone's life. Someone that is just like me, who was in the dark, can now follow a path that leads to salvation. God's hands are always open wide for new believers. Whether we have different upbringings, we're all put here for a purpose. Whether you're 7 or you're 32, God will never say no to a new believer who wants to learn more about Him.